I'm Tammy Lynn Guns, the Respect Doctor, and I'd like to talk today about what I consider to be re-entry protocols. So what do I mean by that? Well, I was just up at freshman orientation and I was there with my daughter Stephanie. She's my second child, and I went to the parent and family resource information, and they were talking about lots of little tips and tricks for being able to drop off your child at school successfully. And one of the things that I was thinking about is you certainly need certain skills to be able to go to college and be successful. In fact, what your child needs is they need to be self-disciplined, and they also need to be self-sufficient. And so these skills that we hope that they have to make them successful in the classroom may not always work when they come back home. So we certainly want our children to be able to go to class. That's the first thing, right? We also want to make sure that they write their term papers. We want to make sure they study for their exams. And we want them to do all of this without any day-to-day interactions with us, right? Those are skills they need to be able to be successful within college. So what we do is we drop them off at college. We really hope in our hearts that they have these skills, and we kiss them goodbye. And then they come home for their first long break. So what I learned was when my son came home from his first long break, I was so proud of him. He was doing great in school. He learned all of those skills that he needed to be successful in the classroom. But those skills that he learned to be successful in the classroom were actually at odds when he came home to be with me for his first long break. So what had happened is he was up at school and he certainly wasn't interacting with me. And when he came home, he'd be off at a friend's house and I would have no idea. Or he would be not home for dinner and I would be like, where's Brandon? So I certainly didn't ask him, like when he was a high school student, he needed to ask me permission. He needed, Mom, can I go to so-and-so's house? Or Mom, can I stay at someone's house? Or can I eat dinner at their house? So he was asking me. Now I wasn't asking for him to come back now that he's a college student, now that he's independent, to have to ask me if he could do things. But I wanted to him at least tell me or inform me so that I didn't have to worry about where he was. So once we sat down and we had this really important conversation, because it literally just escaped his mind. He was used to being up at school, he was used to leading his own life, and so to come home and to go, oh yeah, by the way, Mom, I'm going to Tony's house, was not a thought process. So once we sat down and we had what I call the really important conversation about re-entry protocols, re-entry into the home, then things were fine. So again, I just want you to think about that when you have a college student coming home for the first time, to make sure that you have those important conversations. Remember always that you are worthy, you are lovable, and you deserve goodness in your life.